day, literally 7 days away. We gotta get things popping. I have to apply. Still have to pay my rent for this month. I gotta pay the rent, the prorated rent for the end of this month. Like, there's a lot of expenses coming. So I'm definitely gonna be asking for help. I'm gonna be asking my mom, my dad, friends, because I just feel like I just need this like support right now. And I just feel like in the coming months, things are gonna get so much better for me. Like, I know that in my spirit that things are gonna get better for me. So I have to stand 10 toes down on that, because if I believe that, it'll happen. And I just already know that like God's glory has no bounds. What's up, besties? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Q Rose. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button because you're gonna want to stay a while. So I know I've been on a hiatus. I haven't posted since October. I'm so sorry I left y'all hanging, but I'm back. Today's video is going to be all about apartment hunting. I am moving out in 7 days, so I set up about 8 tours through my apartment locator, and we're gonna tour all the places, and you're gonna be able to see, you know, what options we have and the result ends up being. My apartment locator is the GOAT. I used her the last time when I first moved to Houston, and she was able to find the last place for me, so I reached out to her again, and I was like, let's make something shake. So let's get into this first property. One thing I really liked about this property was the views. Like, I am such a view girly. I'm a very visual person. We toured a few layouts and I really liked them. Like, I really liked the color scheme and how everything looked. This was beautiful. I emphasized that natural lighting was an absolute must for me. I really like that the sink was on this side, because in my current place, the sink is in the island, which honestly I just didn't like. I felt like it just created a lot of mess, and it was really hard to keep the island clean that way. So I really like that. I like that there was a lot of storage and that the washing machine were stacked. I felt like this was a pretty nice sized room. I believe that this was all hardwood. Yeah, so that was awesome. Shower was really spacious. It definitely reminded me of the place I'm in now. I really did like the closet as well, because I don't have a dresser. Do I really need a dresser? Like, if I have a closet that has a lot of storage, bathroom had a lot of storage. The view was amazing. There was a lot of buildings before you get to that downtown view, but again, I'm a view girly, so I like that. This balcony was freaking huge. I really like how spacious it was. I feel like the layout was definitely, you know, clear cut, and you could really kind of visualize. Here we are just trying to see like if this was the only place available, and it was. There is a Whole Foods attached to this building, so that was a plus, even though I don't really shop there, but it was an option, you know what I mean? I really like the amenities. I'm a homebody, but I do like having the option to like explore and like get outside of my apartment and stuff. So amenities are always something that I'm personally interested in, but I understand how it could not really be like interesting to other people. So overall, I like this property. Now the price, I didn't like that, and the availability, it wasn't working out for me. So let's move on to property number 2. When I first walked into this property, I definitely wasn't catching a vibe. Like, I was like, okay, the lobby, it looks okay, but I don't know, nothing really stuck out to me. So then I went to go check in for the tour, and it was really cool that they had some chips, because I was starving. I didn't eat breakfast this morning, so that was cool. So we went and we started to view, and what was different about this place was that like technically like the units are outside almost, so they don't have like you're in a secluded building type of thing. That was interesting. I thought that the design was kind of cool. I was really more so, I don't know, the closet was big. I feel like the bathroom was a considerably large size, and that was cool. So, you know, we're off to a good start. As far as the room, I think that was okay as well. Spacious laundry room, very similar to what I have now. And this was the view from this specific apartment. So this was the pool area. So that was cool. And then we went and looked at the amenities. For me personally, I don't know, I just wasn't getting a vibe. Like, and then I feel like a lot of the things that I saw were kind of like dirty, or they kept up well. And for me, that's important, because I want to live in like a building where like staff takes that seriously and they're on top of stuff. The gym is just really like any other gym, for real. I feel like they had the most basic things, like the things that you really need in like almost every gym, but it was a bit smaller, and I think it had like less machines. They did have like a little spin room. So yeah, that was that. Bro, I'm trying not to let this kill my mood. So this is the, let's see, this is the third place I'm touring. My tour is at 1 o'clock, but I'm gonna try to see if we can tour now. So here's property number 3. We're off to a good start. I was a little bit early. I walked into this place and I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. Like, I just really loved how everything looked. I really got a cozy, homey feeling when I looked at this place. I really liked that it was just enough counter space, because girl, I don't even be cooking like that. So I'm like, I don't really need that much counter space, but I do have like appliances I want to use. This table, so freaking cute. Like, I want that for my apartment. Like, I just want it. It's so cute. These bookshelves were cute, but I feel like that was low-key like a waste of space, you know? Like, I could put a desk there or something. I guess what you could consider like a pantry, but definitely some storage. I like that the layout, again, was clear cut. Like, you see, like, okay, the TV's there, the couch there. Again, I'm a visual person, so model homes is always so important to me, so I can see what I can potentially do with the space. If I'm not able to see that, then I probably won't be able to visualize myself in it. So here's the bathroom. Closet, I feel like this was pretty spacious for sure. I could see this having a lot of potential. The bathroom, I think it was cute. It was a huge tub, so that was cool. I'm not really a tub type of girly, but I was definitely keeping my options open. So overall, I really liked this. I thought it was very homey. Gave me that warm, cozy feeling. The leasing consultant that I work with, he had a lot of conversation. He was very kind. There's about, I think this property has 4 buildings, so it was kind of like the last one where, like, technically it's like outside and it's not like inside a building. Like, you just walk straight out from the parking lot and just go right in your unit versus walking into a building. This was the other layout, and I like this, but I definitely like the other layout more. I felt like this was clearly, obviously, a lot of space. Give me that feel that the first layout gave me, and I'm leaning into trusting my body when I am experiencing something. And if my body lights up, that's a sign that, you know, this is something I'm really interested in. And if the energy just kind of falls flat, then I'm like, I don't know. So that was that property. Overall, loved it. Guess who is finally on her last tour of the day? It's a lot of noise in the background, but I am on my last tour of the day. I'm so excited. I really like the last property. They're rude. I really like the last property, so let's see what this property is given. Now let's get into property number 4. So with this one, I definitely felt like it felt a lot different than the other ones. I don't really know how to describe it, but again, that's just the way it felt. We toured the model. The model was gorgeous. Like, it was very vibrant. Whoever decorated this, I feel like they did a really great job, especially with the combination of colors. I just really loved how the model looked. This unit was facing the courtyard, which I wasn't really here for because I really like sunlight and I need sunlight. But overall, this was definitely interesting, the way that it had the laundry room, which is technically in the bathroom. It has stack washers. And then on the left side here, you have the closet. I like how they had these cubbies within the closet. It's just great for folded clothes. You just continue to go into the bathroom. Here's the shower. I like the finishes, the black finishes. I think that was really cute. Double sink, big mirror. The shower, I feel like, was spacious enough. And then, yeah, so you walk out and then there's a little storage closet. This is by the door. Overall, like, I think it's really cute. I didn't really like how the island was set up because I like islands to be standalone, not necessarily connected to the wall. But that, again, that's just me personally. The gym was really big, and it felt like it had a unique equipment. Like, it kind of reminded me of like the gym that I had when I was in college. So overall, I really like this. I like the amenities better, honestly. And the other layouts that we saw, they didn't really stick out to me per se. The model was great, and the leasing consultant, he was kind of funny too. There was a little virtual fitness room, so they have like classes, I believe, so it's also a spin room. And I think that's great because sometimes you just want to vibe out alone by yourself when you're working out. So that was really cool. The view, it was more so like, Still had the, did it have the downtown view? Yeah, it still had the downtown view. It was just a little bit further. Then we went to the pool. Thank you.
You like my song selection?
Yes. I was like, Peter, what you know about this? What you know about this song? Overall, the pool is gorgeous. It's definitely different than the other properties that I saw. This kind of reminds me of, like, you know, those pools like in like Mexico or something.
Yeah, it's literally meant to give you that.
Yeah, that's
Resort
awesome.
style. Mexico before?
I've been to Cancun.
Same.
This part of the lounge area by the pool I didn't really care for. I felt like it just felt like really sporadic and like unorganized almost, even though it's not like per se unorganized, but it looks that way and it kind of felt that way. These amenities were cute as well. There was definitely a lot of like working space if you want to do group stuff, if you want to have an event. This was definitely a vibe. Overall, it was okay. Just got to the first place. Let's get, guys, I think I might have found the one. The place I just toured, I absolutely love. But we're at the next tour. It's 12 p.m. What the hell? Oh, thank you. Okay, so next tour. Let's go. I'm so excited. This is the next day, and we're on the second tour of the day at property number 5. If you did not know this about Houston, I want you to know that Houston is absolutely huge, okay? So there's many different boroughs, if you will. And if you cannot already tell, this is in the art district. It's absolutely gorgeous. Like, as soon as I walked into this place, I was like, oh yeah, this makes 100% sense because everything in here is curated to the T. It's very intentional. It has a lot of art pieces. It's very colorful, very unique. It has a lot of design choices. It's just beautiful, honestly. What definitely won me over was these co-working spaces. I'm a co-working girly, so how cute would that be to just be in that room with your friends? Like, it was a vibe. There were some people in there, so that was really cool to know that those spaces are being used. Meeting rooms, it was just a vibe. So I met with the leasing consultant and we were just trying to figure out, you know, what's their availability. At this time, they weren't running any specials, so that was kind of like rubbing me wrong. So anyway, went to tour the Motto, I believe, and the laundry room was huge. I was like, okay, a vibe. The kitchen was cute. I think it was a little bit too spacious for me personally. I was like, okay, I don't really need all that counter space, but I really like the setup of it. I loved how they did the quote-unquote dining room / living room. You can see that the living room is very spacious. Like, you could definitely put a lot of stuff, bookshelves, TV, consoles, like you could put all that type of stuff. This was the view outside. They were across from Cycle Bar, so if I actually enjoyed cycling, that would be clutch because I could just walk there. But for me personally, I probably would have put a dining room table there instead of that console, but I think both options are cute. They had a I think it's called, what is it called, like a wine rack or whatever, a built-in wine rack fridge. So that was cool. I like the big windows here, and I like that, you know, it was spacious enough to have 2 full-size nightstands, and you could probably put a chair there instead of that plant. Love the design choices. Very, very cute. So we go into the bathroom, and here's where the unique moment is happening. Look at that freaking shower. That shower is insanely unique. I've never seen a design like that before as far as the color and just everything. Like, it's beautiful. Definitely a win for me. I liked how they had the built-in shelves here on both sides. That was really beautiful. I feel like this gives a lot of variety for the closet. So this was a huge closet. This was a big shower as well. Definitely reminded me of the shower that I had now. And that's just the con of this, is that it was just giving me a little bit too much like what I have now as far as the setup of the bedroom and the bathroom. What I also liked is that they had a half bath. So it had a little half bath. I don't know how useful that would be because I don't really have a lot of people over, but the laundry room was cool. It had a lot of storage. I could definitely see like a setup. After that, we went to go see another unit. Still has beautiful finishes and still kind of has the same things, just different. This one didn't have 2 sinks like the other one did in the bathroom, and the closet was a bit smaller, which was fine. Here's me just looking so cute. And then we move on to the amenities. This was also very cute. Like, I just love places where like there's so many places to see. I'm such a lounge girly. I'll kick my feet up and sit in a cute little chair in one moment. Like, I do not mind. This was beautiful. This was probably one of the best views that I've seen. Like, I feel like it didn't have as much buildings in the way, and it was just overall like a beautiful downtown view. I could definitely see, like, if I had like a party or something, I would definitely invite people. The pool was kind of small though, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was like, oh, that's it? Okay. They had a little doggy spot, and y'all know I want to get a little doggy soon, so that was cool. And I actually saw this dog there just barking at me. This lounge place was cute as well outside. I could see that being like a summertime thing, a little campfire in the winter, hammocks, like so cute. Like, that was really cute. The main thing I didn't really care for on this tour was the consultant was like giving me way too much information. And it's not her fault, because I do feel like she is new. I think she had said that she hadn't been there long, so she was probably just trying to make sure I had every information. But girl, after you've been on so many tours, like, you're not trying to hear all that. Literally just trying to see the property, you know what I mean? But this was the gym. It was spacious, it was cute, so this property was a vibe. Honestly, I wasn't impressed. I just want to clarify, when I say I wasn't impressed, I mean that even though the property was beautiful, it just wasn't the place for me. Because first of all, $22.50 and only 4 weeks free? You're kidding me. Secondly, it just didn't wow me. Like, the property itself didn't wow me. This is the only one that's available. And while I thought the layout was cute, I felt like I can get way better for that for less. You know what I mean? So that's where we're at with it. Goodbye. Let me just throw this in the trash. It's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm finally back home, and honestly, I don't have that much to say right now because your girl's exhausted. Today has drained me, okay? Seeing all those places, getting all that information at once, like, it's overwhelming. But I do have good news. Like I said, I really liked the first place that I went to. I didn't really care for the second place. Like I was saying, like, listen to how your body feels. I was not excited. Like, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was literally, my attention span was going in and out, and it wasn't ever like that in any other places. So I was like, you know, maybe this is just not something I'm interested in. And then, like I showed y'all in the last clip, like, $22.50 for a 1-bedroom? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But they only had 1 apartment available anyway, since I'm moving out in 7 days. So I was just like, that's redirection right there. I really liked the first one. And I think I'm gonna go with that one. We're gonna see. So I'm not gonna show y'all the first one because I don't want y'all knowing where I live. Tour at 2:30, and then I have my last tour at 3:30. So we have 2 places left. I've only liked 2 apartments up until this point. So, and when I say liked, I mean I felt excited by. I was like, oh, I could see myself living here type shit. Like, that's what I mean by I liked it. I'm about to go take a nap. There's like all my stuff that I've started moving already and stuff, and I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna post like the vlog on socials and stuff, so make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram. But I wanted to spend this time packing. I was going to pack up my office, but your girl's tired, okay? I'm gonna have to make a decision when I come back, so stay tuned. Property number 7, let's get it. I have 2 options that are coming available late February. We'll go check it out.
Nice and bright, so you have a lot of natural light.
The first thing I saw when I walked in was how much gray there was. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the color gray. Like, it's one of my favorites. But the amount of gray in this design choice was just a little overwhelming. I was like, dang, is every single thing gray? Like, I came in the bathroom and I was like, oh, it's still gray and white. Okay. But the room was a good size. It was 2 vanities, a spacious shower. Love the closet because it had 2 built-in on the side. So the closet was really big, honestly. I think this is probably one of the biggest closets that I've seen of all the places I've toured. Bathroom, cute. was right by the train tracks, literally. So that definitely was an automatic no for me, simply because I'm a light sleeper. And I asked her if the trains come often, and she said pretty frequently, probably a couple times a day. I'm not really sure, but I was just like, yeah, still get a view, but yeah, the balcony was spacious, but that train tracks, yeah, that was the moment for me. But overall, honestly, I feel like the layout was like really basic. Like, it was spacious, I will admit. Like, I can definitely see you adding a lot of things here. I think it was like 900 square feet. The kitchen, spacious. Everything was spacious, so that's what I'll say. I just didn't particularly like the design. I do feel like there were some elevated design choices though, which I appreciated. But again, I just felt like it just felt basic. I did like this light fixture though. That was very unique. And then there was like a little study as well. We got the full laundry room. And then here's the study coming up. So that was pretty cool. Of course, it doesn't have a window, but I feel like this would be cool for like an office, a content space, or even honestly like a little mini bedroom or something like that. Like, you could probably set that up, and it had a storage closet. So that was pretty cool. And I like the door on the study. So I feel like you could use that for anything. So this is definitely for someone, I think, that needs this type of space. So yeah. This is a completely new property, and it actually opens the day after I move out, so I probably won't pick this place anyway. I love a lot of the design choices. I mean, look at the couch, like, that's so cute. The pool was cool. I did come here with my apartment locator that you saw, Raeshelle. Of course, all her info is linked below, but she came with me. I think you had to have someone accompany you if you were going to tour, because they weren't quite open yet. But overall, this definitely reminded me of some of the places that you saw previously. It was near the stadium, so that was kind of cool. This is pretty much the view. So yeah, by the train tracks. So this whole side of the building's by the train tracks. Not sure if you can hear it on the other side of the building. Overall, you know, it's a cute little lounge area, courtyard moment. They had, of course, places to cook, and you know, if you were to have outings and stuff like that, you see this guy working on it here. So this was a nice courtyard, I think, but there was nothing that really captivated me per se. Then, because it wasn't completely ready yet, we weren't able to see all the amenities, so I feel like that was a big risk, because I don't really know everything that I'm getting into. Can't really trust that they'll all be what I want them to be, because they're not done. Here was the gym. I like the color. They had like bright colors going on, which I like because I like vibrant colors. So yeah, this was pretty much the end of the tour. And afterwards, I just talked with Raeshelle, and we just chatted about, you know, pros and cons of each building. So that was super helpful. And then I got ready to go to the next tour. And we're finally on our last property number 8. So full transparency, I saw this apartment on Instagram a few months ago, and I absolutely fell in love, and you'll see why later. When I got here, I was like, okay, this is freaking gorgeous. Like, oh my gosh. It was everything that I thought it would be, but it didn't feel the way I thought it would feel. But let's get into these amenities before we kind of get into the feelings part. The gym was pretty cool. You could see the pool from it, and I feel like it had, like, you know, the standard machines as well as extra machines. It was like a little Pilates studio that has a reformers machine. So if you like Pilates, that would be amazing for you, especially if you know how to do it yourself. They have exercise classes every Saturday or a few times a month. I'm not really sure, I don't remember, but I think it's cool that they have community events, and they have, you know, instructors that are going to come out and teach you how to utilize the things that are a part of the property. Here's the view. I thought this was a cute view as well. Beautiful. I have nothing to say about that. The courtyard was just like every other courtyard, for real. There was a meeting space, and then it also had like a little working space with a pool table. And then we went to the Sky Lounge. The Sky Lounge was very spacious. I could definitely see this being a beautiful place to host events, have parties, things like that. Stadium, and overall, it was really nice. I really liked the Sky Lounge. It's beautiful. No complaints. So the first place that we went is to look at the studio. The reason why I considered this was because I did like the layouts online, but I needed to see it in person.
Cute.
Yeah, I like the fact that, yeah. So honestly, I don't cook a lot.
You what?
Said I don't really cook a lot, so.
Me either. That's why I like this.
I personally like that there wasn't a full kitchen. That's why I mentioned, because like I've told you guys multiple times, I don't cook a lot, even though I want to, but I feel like it's right for right now. Like I like the small little space that it is, and I feel like it teaches you to optimize your space. The terrace was pretty big as well, as you saw. The bathroom, so freaking cute. Bathroom, cute as crap. Like, oh my goodness. Now the closet was definitely small. Like you would have to, you know, make something shake. Definitely have to get dressers and storage units, or storage pieces, I should say. However, they did have this storage at the door, and as you saw, next to this storage closet, there was a little built-in desk. So that was cute. They had a stackable laundry room, so that was cute. I just love the bathroom, I have to say. Like the black finishes is gonna do it for me every single time. So I love that that was spacious and obviously connected to the room. Then we went to go see the one bedroom, and this is the layout that I saw on Instagram, and I just love this layout, y'all. Like I just feel like this is perfect. Like, oh my gosh, it's, you see the built-in desk at the front, but the kitchen is just so nice. I love how the balcony was like all the way over there, because you know sometimes the balcony disrupts the living room because of where the door is located. Double vanity, the closet, beautiful, gorgeous. It had drawers, so that was cute. I was like, oh, I could definitely see me putting like, you know, jewelry up there, maybe perfume, purses, things like that. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. And it was really spacious as well. This one had an actual laundry room, so that was cool. And then it also had a little storage closet. This is the model, y'all. You cannot tell me this model is not absolutely freaking gorgeous. Like, design choices aside, gorgeous. Like literally, this felt perfect. Like this, I won't say it felt perfect, but it looked perfect to me. Like I was like, oh, this is ideal. Like this is beautiful. The room was nice. Like it was spacious enough. Bathroom, amazing, gorgeous. It was just a vibe for me. And the shower head and like how you actually turn the water on were on two separate walls, so I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, this was just beautiful. The leasing consultant actually loved the studio more, so she kept trying to like convince me to get the studio. So I was kind of like confused about how I felt, but I do know that I did love this layout, so it was really gorgeous. It was just out of my price range, so hate that for me, but love that for the future. Okay, I'm finally at home after a long day of tours. I'm finally home. And I'm happy to say I found my place. Oh, I found my place. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. And I'm here for it. On the way home, I was on the phone with my apartment locator, and I was like, girl, I'm overwhelmed. Like, I went to the last property that I went to. It was nice. Like, I'm not going to hold you. It was nice. And I was like, girl, what am I gonna do? Like, both of these properties look really nice, but every property has its pros and cons. And honestly, that property was just a little bit too expensive for me. Like, now, did they provide like top tier stuff? Yes. Like, their amenities were great. They have a Pilates studio, have everything that you can think of, basically. But it was just a little too out of my budget. But the one that I really liked, and they didn't have the view that I wanted. And I think that's important as a content creator, is to make sure that you're in a space that's filled with light, especially natural light. So the place that I picked has a lot of natural light, and I was just going back and forth with her on the phone, and I was like, girl, it got this, and then she was just like, everything she was saying, she was like, it seems like you're leaning towards this one versus the other one. So I was like, yeah, you're right about that. So I was just like, okay, I like this one. And it's like, I don't need validation from someone to be like, I like go with this one, but it just felt good to know that, it just felt good to like talk it out with someone and just be like, okay, yeah, this is how I feel about this is how I feel about that. So that was a good conversation. Probably won't do like a pros and cons list, because I really do feel like this is like a really nice place for me. But my friend's actually calling me right now. Bria's calling me, and we're probably going to chat about it. So we'll see if my opinion changes after that. I'm glad that I looked at many different options. I'm glad that I trusted my body and how I felt. Like I said, like when you catch a vibe, you catch a vibe. And you cannot deny the vibe you catch. Like, it doesn't matter why you caught that vibe, but you caught the vibe. And you gotta honor what the vibe is, you know what I mean? And so, the places I really liked, I had good conversations with the people that were touring with me, the leasing consultants. And so, I feel like that means something. All the places I didn't like or didn't care for, like, it wasn't a good connection. And I feel like that speaks volumes for me personally. For me personally, okay? That's how I, measured if I felt, some type of way or whatever. So anyway, I know that when things get better, and they will get better, life is going to be so good. Life is already good. I'm grateful. Grateful that I even had these options available to me. So that was a mouthful, but all that to say, thank you for coming apartment hunting with me. It was so fun. And it was a little exhausting, but it was so fun, and I'm glad that you came with me, and I want to hear your thoughts on the places you saw, so let me know in the comments, and we'll see if the place that you pick is close to the place that I picked. Bye, bestie. I love you, and I'll see you later.